Yes, time zones are my nemesis. We haven't hit the daylight since with daylight savings. We haven't hit it here yet, but we have overseas. Glowy, just a little bit. Good morning, my friends. Hello, hunters. Welcome to this week's Hunting Lodge. My name is Jackson Beard. If we haven't met before, just some guy with a beard, guns and a computer. We're going to go out and have a good time together. I'm a little ill, well, I don't want to say ill-prepared this week. I'm not going on a whole lot of sleep. Bear with me. But I've done something a little different. So working here at Expansive Worlds, I do some testing. And we are actually currently on that account. Well, it's the same account, but different save. I've got a little less money. The map hasn't been opened up, but check it out. We're on Reventuli. I haven't had enough time to spend on this map. I've done a whole lot more on my personal account, obviously, as I know so many of you have. If you haven't checked this map out, it fast became a favorite. It was launched just back in the summer. God, it just feels like yesterday. And, you know, I've seen around the community, I actually saw a conversation yesterday. I thought it'd be a good opportunity for us to go out here and semi-explore, because you never know what's on your map when you first get a new map, a fresh playthrough, right? But I thought I would check it out because I've seen some people have been mentioning, I saw a conversation, they thought this was strictly a bird map. Oh no. Oh no, it is not a bird map. I am hearing myself. There we go. It is not just a bird map. This is actually, in my opinion, one of the best places to currently hunt whitetail, moose, lynx, and we're going to go poke around. I haven't shot any meese in a while. I haven't shot any whitetail in a while. So I got an interesting setup with me here today. It's a fun setup, and I'm sure a lot of you use something similar. I'm not loaded up on the rifles. Now, this is something I've really enjoyed since our last weapon pack came out, the assorted sidearms. You have the opportunity to mix it up. So I've got with me this gorgeous little, I love this thing. It's game changer because of the weight. If you haven't played around with it, I highly recommend it. It's pretty dang cool. And it sounds awesome. Reload animations, everything's on point. Check it out. By using this, I can adjust my loadout accordingly, and I've got a tent with me in case I want to swap anything out. I've brought the 308. I would sure love this in a bolt action, but it's close as I'm getting. I love the 308, and of course, as of today, I have to put more focus on this. I need to spend more time with them. I miss it. We got the smoke pole, baby. We're going to bring it with us. Hello, chat. Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. We'll have a little more focus on our chat here today. I know things have been a little crazy lately. If you missed last week, we had our first creator spotlight. We had Scarecrow with us. It was awesome. Such a good guy, great creator. He had the opportunity to kind of show us a little bit what he's working on his New Zealand map. It was fire. It was absolute fire. He's definitely doing the work out there. Go and check that man out. You can find him in our Discord. He's posting links all the time to his content. And we're gonna have another creator spotlight in the not too distant future, as well as other stuffs and things. And you all know what I'm referring, but I can't tell you yet. It's not ready, but there is stuff coming down the line because it's that time of year, right? Oh, so let's get some hellos to chat. Man, you guys, we didn't get to go into it as much last week because we just had a different vibe going. Reb, what's up, man? Another one of our partners. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, dude. Little Naima, how are you doing? What's happening? Hearing the music always makes you nostalgic. Yeah, I get that. It's oh, hello. You guys just gonna walk right in on top of me? Oh, the wind's terrible. Okay, these are totally paid actors. I did not plan on this. Just a bunch of females. They're gonna come right down on top of me here. Dog, lay down, son. Did you get the initial spawn diamond links on this account? No, this was not the account. Tay, you got a memory like an elephant, my friend. That's fantastic. That was insane. No, that was on my personal account, and it was literally just poking around on that map. I think that was like the first time on that. That was an initial spawn. It was kind of wild. That was a fun stream. That was a really fun stream. I don't get enough time to do this these days. I really look forward to these streams. We get to hang out, we get to do stuff. I am in single player right now just because I want to move around the map. I don't know where to go, although I should have maybe opened it to multiplayer because look, it's fresh. And fresh is fun, and I know that's what a lot of people look for when they're in the multiplayer map. So we will get you guys out. Got a nice OK2 walking in here. I guess we can throw a hole with the smoke pole. My goodness, so close. You know, just lay him down. Oh, that was too quiet. We didn't get to hear the snap, but we saw the smoke. Very nice. Stuff things. Rick Grimes, you got it. It's so good to see you. What up, Mr. McTube? How you doing, Ron? Great to have you out, brother. Another one of our partners, longtime member in the community, doing all the works and stuffs and things out there. Why is that the werewolf in the Hunter Call of the Wild, Jonas? I mean, great question. It's something we would love to have here in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Completely different game, different engine, you know, with the use of the launcher and how they're able to do updates on Classic. They can introduce these sorts of things. You know, we're confined by a different engine and kind of our own making. You know, we want to add things in, but, you know, a lot of this stuff comes down to the coding way beyond where I'm at. I can't explain the exact issues with the stuffs and the things. But what I can tell you is, you know, we did have intentions to try and put a Halloween event, much like what we had in the past. But when there's issues and, you know, the game becomes at risk for more things anything to go wrong with any update, we have to weigh that out. And with the Halloween update, it just unfortunately, with some of the systems it was tied to, we actually couldn't release it. So we are looking at that. There's been some chatter about this on the Steam forums. We saw some of it through Discord as well, and of course over on Facebook. So we're looking at options with the achievements and stuff, and we'll keep you guys posted and updated on that. I know there's some folks that have not been able to complete those achievements, and we're very aware and conscious of it. But yeah, we were making the attempt to do so. Just we ran into some issues. You know, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Not bad. How you doing, man? What's going on? Have they been working on fixing the rares that always spawn wonky and score top estimates? Yes, there has been attention to the issues around the rares. We're aware that rares, diamonds, great ones, whenever there's an issue with anything, I mean, it gets a serious look at. But when it comes down to something like that, which is, you know, a lot of the replayability in the game, our QA is they're doing their best to hammer these things out. So yes, the short answer is yes, they are looking into these issues. What are we doing today? Are we just wandering? Well, I kind of want to find some whitetail and moose. So on this new playthrough, I've spent a lot of my time, what we have done on this playthrough, we did it up top here together. But I know that there's a good concentration down here. I want to head over and unlock this outpost, and I just want a chance to be able to answer some questions because we didn't get to them last week. And, you know, that's something a lot of value to these streams is we're able to actually, you know, talk. Like, hey, how's it going? How's the family? You know, we're able to sit down and have a yap. Are we okay here? I got two different monitors showing me two different pictures. That looks all right, I guess. Well, as good as it's gonna get. Meg, how are you, my dear? One of the absolute stars at work. You all know her. She's been doing a lot of stuff. A lot of the things you've been seeing have come from Meg's head. It's pretty impressive. Okay, well, these are just the same ones coming in. Didn't look like there was much in that group. But I want to go find some meese. I haven't had my meese fix. You're hunting whitetail deer. We are. Whitetail deer and the meeses. Ravichuli's in 3 parts. Middle and top part is full of moose and whitetail. Yes. But you can't find them down here. There's a good concentration you'll find. I've had some luck around this lake on my other playthrough. And like I say, I want to go and unlock this. I want to start getting some areas open on all of my playthroughs. That's kind of the focus here. Oh, geez. Yeah. That's an issue over on YouTube right now. We apologize for it, but as you can see, our mods are on it. They'll get those things knocked out as soon as they appear. Oh, man. Please don't forget to drop a like. Fantastic, Nebs. Thank you. Yes, of course, you guys, your support is everything to us. You know, knowing that, well, I mean, we're community-driven. We're community-driven in the game and here in the streams. You know, we want to know that everything is going as intended, and we try to give it a good mix, get some multiplayer games, get some regular games. We have some cool stuff coming. For those of you that were around for it last year, You know what I'm talking about. We got Apex Hunter 2022 lining up right now. We're working on some cool prizes, which I'm kind of excited about. I think you guys will be too. But what is Apex Hunter 22? Well, it's a community-driven competition. It's we put it across all platforms. I need to steal my Xbox and PlayStation back from my son. He's stolen them from me. Literally, yoinked them off my desk. But what we do is we head out for the course of a week, starting on Tuesday through Friday. We do a qualifying round, which is like, it's craziness. Like, I'm telling you, seriously, it is like complete and utter craziness. It is. It's a lot of fun. We go out, we mass kill, we throw out all the guessing games, and we set up our qualifiers and for who's going to participate on each platform. We have a number of contestants on PC, on Xbox, on PlayStation, and then we have dedicated days when we go out for those competitions. Last year it was off the hook. And this year's going to be a whole lot of fun. The twist is, as it is our second year, we're going to put the invite out to our defending champions to partake. So we will only have the 6 spots available, 7th being reserved for last year's champion to defend the crown. And as well as prizes, you will also have the ultimate bragging rights, a special Discord role and badge that you can only get through this. There's literally only 3 folks in the Discord right now that have it. Yeah, it's kind of bragging rights. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. We're going to have a lot of hazel grouse blasting through here. I want to come down and hook from the top here. The wind is terrible. But what time is it now? 9:13, so it's at least settled in. Oh, hey, Ingwe, how you doing, man? Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Good to have you here, my man. Honey Moose and Buffaloes are my favorite. Ooh, Master Tablito, I have to agree. Moose have always been my favorite. Always. For those of you that have hung out with me over the years, it's my absolute go-to just because of my IRL hunting habits. So I love them. But the Buffalo, it's always fun to go dance. Right? You know what I'm saying? Can we look forward to get to know if we will get a new map in December? Well, Afghan Crush, I'll tell you, I can neither confirm nor deny that we are following the same course of action that we have been following. You're going to see some good stuff. I mean, whoa, hello. That was a surprise, and we're scaring off the deer, and oh, dear. Well, that's okay. We're going to let them wander off. We're going to sit down here. We've got the whitetails. I can't get away from the whitetails. Wish it was like this IRL for me. This is more what mule are for me. IRL. It's the mule we always stumble across. The whitetail, we only ever see the white flag up as they run away. Moose are pretty cool. Wish the cows would charge us like they do in Classic. That would be a nice feature. Could you imagine? Could you guys imagine? Right? Because, I mean, this has been, actually, Kai, good to see you, by the way. I have to say, that is something I had been reading just recently. I saw a post. Hello. I saw a post on our Steam forums. And it was people talking about this, exactly this. The original poster had said that they were so frustrated that the wolves had eaten them while they were trying to pick up a kill, and I can respect that. I can respect that. Some people don't want that, but then the amount of people that were saying that they want the animals with the aggression. So tell me, chat, tell me while we're here right now, if you had your choice, would you want more aggression from animals or less? Give me a 1 for more, 2 for less. 1 for more, 2 for less. Throw it in the chat right now. Let me see it, because it really is a big topic of conversation. Oh, there's a nice looking guff back there. Look at him. He look good. Look great. You're gonna, well, we're just gonna crowd around him. He's gotta be at least a 200. Oh, man alive. All right, well, we're in calling range, so let's get our color out. Okay, so 111. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wow. For the love of Pete. Okay, that's overwhelming. I do see some 2s, and we can respect that. We can absolutely respect that. And how that goes about. So maybe that's something that the team does want to spend a little more time and focus looking at. Holy, I did not expect that response. But it certainly is a whole lot of fun, right? I didn't bring my 22. I kind of went plunk plunk on these guys. Let's just go ahead. Let's call them out. Let's get them moving and grooving here. Dog, I'm gonna. I'm sorry. Yeah, get out of the water. Okay. Okay, that's good. We're laughing. Normally I've got my grunt with me, but I thought I'd bring the wheeze today just for that extra attraction. Moose, lions especially, those aggressors keep you on your toes and make for some hilarious times. I agree. Now, personally, yes, I would love to be attacked by things a whole lot more than we are in game. I've had issues with moose IRL. Only once, but I've had it, and I see it a lot, and I know what they're all about. Let's see. You guys, we got some of them moving. Collars, man. The collars. You don't need to use them. I know there's different hunting styles, but man, do they just make it so much more engrossing. He's still hiding in the back there. Good size 2, small 2. Good size 2. Looks to be about a 200. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Like the old days, for example, the lions hunted you again. Oh, Ingwe, you guys remember when Virunga first came out? Those lions hit you so hard, you went across the map. Okay, so that's really good. That is really, really good to know. I guarantee you some of the team is watching right now. Say hello. But I'm gonna take that along. And yeah, moose would be a real nice addition to that, I think. I think it would be a really good way. Imagine that. Imagine you're sitting lined up on a bull and a cow just completely takes you out. All right. So not too bad. They're not looking too bad. I just love that rack. It's not as wide. You know, that's how you know it's not going to be much over at 2 at that. But let's go ahead and line up on this guy. We're going to smoke pull a hole. Oh. Why are we not? Uh-oh. I'm having issues. Okay. We're going to 308 him because he's going to walk away. 0 for 150. Lay down, son. Yeah, we'll give you a little love, too. I'm trying to get away from snapping on multiples all in one spot, because I was doing that for the longest time, seeing how many we could take, trying to be snappy. I'm getting more back into the immersion. There we go. I want some animals to be able to take me out in one hit like the lions. Yeah, just one good fell swoop, poof, and you're down. That's that would be a thing. Now, there is frustrations that come with that. I get that, but interesting. Thank you, chat. Stalking lions or bears and having to worry about them charging would be amazing. Yes, well, bears, I guess it depends on the bears. Black bears, honestly, they almost never charge. The only times we really need to worry about bears IRL is when we're cleaning a kill, you know, or even when in camp, when there's food and stuff out. Typically, they're gone. But now grizzlies, on the other hand, you know, imagine Kodiaks in this game. Oh, I think that's the thing in the muzzleloader. That's the first I've had that hose, and yeah, I've just made note of that. Seem to be Scrumgy. How you doing, man? How you doing? Yeah, we are. By the way, the conversation you and I had, the team is actually seriously looking at the options we discussed with the achievements. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's just go ahead and pick these bad boys up and then get moving. I'm getting stuck on you guys. Distract me to no end. I'm looking at you, man. Okay, let's go ahead. 308. Oh, just double lung without any effort at 127 meters, as you would expect. Now, there's a good question. Is anybody still using the M1, or have we all moved over to the 308? I know there's a lot of folks that have their personal favorites, like the 303, the Eckers. Some like to use the Eckers instead of the M1, you know, because of that recoil and such. I'm curious. And this stream, I'm going to ask you guys a whole lot of questions. Feel free just to spit them out in chat. Well, I mean, don't spit. Your monitors, they get dirty and stuff. But I'm taking notes, man. I'm taking notes here today. Kodiak map would be cool. It would. Forest Grizzlies, good to see you, by the way, man. I hope you've been keeping well, sir. M1 here. Oh, 10. Okay. I'd love to hear if people are still using the M1, because that was our go-to for like a year, right? 216, not bad. I was thinking a little closer to 200, so 216 I'll take. They're generally in there with that rack. M1 will always be your favorite. It's snappy, right? I got to fire an M1 for the first time. I'd never fired an M1 IRL. I got to fire one, and I actually experienced the ting. Oh my God, it was so great. And I was freaking out. And, it was on a stag too. I took my buddy for his stag to a range, and he'd never even fired a gun. So it was a whole lot of fun. But for me, I was all about that M1. We're going to let you guys go. Go on now. Get out of it. Don't make me come smack you on the rump. I will do it. Oh, you're going to get it. You're going to get... Oh, shoot. Let's get this thing reloaded. All right, so where are we? So we're going to cycle down and around. We're going to work across around over here. You switch around. M1, 308. Chico, what's up, brother? 308 for most now. 308's your main carry. 303. The FL Smarter 303. Ben used the 308. The 3030. Oh, hunting with Steve. I love that. I love that. There's some off rifles that, they're effective and they work. They might not have as much punch as some of the others, but their style, like the 303, full of style, right? I don't get to use that as much as we should actually have. We could do like the Western style hunt now that we got the new handgun and we got the 3030 and we've got all kinds of boomsticks, right? We like 7mm, it's a nostalgic thing. Okay. 7mm I think is still very relevant, especially for our newer players. But still very relevant just because of the look at the color on that. Just because of the range it can take, right? That was a big request for years. That was a big request was this is back before we had all these weapon packs, right? Long before that time was for, bolt actions in our 7mm, our 338. We all wanted a 308 back then and a 30-06. So we have variations of all these now. And we do have the 300. I'm curious. Now here's the next question. Hold on. Can you believe I'm writing? Does anybody write anymore? I feel like everything's digital. Okay, but when you're on a screen, and I gotta get away from these whitetail. I just want to shoot them all. We're gonna go cycle around and see if I can find, because my last playthrough there were some decent moose down there. Not the huge, grouping that you can find on different areas. You're gonna make me shoot you if you don't knock this off, just because we're here. Blinders. Okay. All right. So as I mentioned, it's question day. Let me ask you this. So we're talking about, this is a good time to bring this up. We're talking about rifles. We're talking about guns, what everybody's currently using. And as you can see, our designers, they're lately, they've been filling in the blanks. They've been trying to give us that, the extra options so that we're not always stuck or limited to just what is, I hate to say this in a hunting game, but the meta, right? And as I've seen from a lot of you here, like for instance, Tipsy, he's loving the old Eckers 30-06, right? Instead of going with the M1 and, having these options. So keeping that in mind, and perhaps things that we don't have in game, if you were part of the design team, give me three. What would you bring to the game? Weapons, just weapons. All right, what do we got going on? It's just the same grouping. Oh, man, look at this. Just hope we get more maps like Revatuli here. We're going to talk about maps in a bit, but oh, man. Okay, let's see. Long live the meta. A Browning Auto 5 and a 12 gauge. Okay. Going for the shoddy. I get that. Love to see a 458 long rifle. Anyway, interesting. Yes. Gotcha, Master. What's up, brother? You made it, my man. Right on. Good to see you here. 270, 300, and an air rifle. Okay, bigger mag for the 338. Yeah, you know what? I get that. That used to be my go-to. Literally back in the day, I called it my boomstick. And the whole reason for that was it was the most punishing rifle we had in the game. If you were going against moose, if you were going against the buffalo, anything that would take that class, it was the go-to. I was always big about maxing on my ballistics. I would like to see that too. Spears and a blowgun, Tipsy. Oh my goodness, a 50 cal Parker Python bow, like from Classic, right? Like literally just grab what Classic had of the bows and bring them over. Still want the Hunter Classic weapon pack with some of the greatest guns from the old game. Stuff like 7mm bullpup, the 12 gauge single shot. Nostalgic there, right? Yeah, nostalgic. Yeah, a 50 Barrett. That's danger. oh. Goodbye, need some more World War II weapons. I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool. It was nice getting a little mix, like, you know, sort of an homage to some of the rifles that are out there that you can use to hunt. And that's what's key. It always has to be ethical. It has to fit in line with hunting. Hence the M1. There are people that hunt with it. And, you know, there was a lot of requests. Our designers were listening. There was a lot of requests for something to fit the bill that M1 filled at the time, right? And since then, now we've had something, you know, it's that semi-automatic, that quick follow-up, right? And then we got the 308 in the modern rifle weapon pack. So we have 2 of those options now. 375, yes! Oh, 458 drink fee. That would be cool. A machete! I never thought of melee in this game, but holy, would that be handy? Let's face it, you know? I mean, when some of the animals go aggressive, you're getting charged. If you could give a good swipe, you'd probably still take damage, but that would be interesting. Gun mods would be cool. Yes, and we'll talk about that. That's actually on my list of questions for you here today. It is. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't jump the queue on me now. You missed your 700 nitro? That would be insane. I would love a 700 nitro. I'd love a variety of nitros just to get out onto Virhunga and to really get that immersive experience, you know? Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. No. I don't. I actually, maybe if we line up on some more whitetail times at 10, 12. What are we to 12:30, I believe, is the drink time for moose here? Is that it? 8:30 to 12. 12, not 12:30. A slingshot. Need some soft shoes for the dog. I know. Since last update, we're aware the dog, for some reason, started making more noise. We are aware. I know. It's some of these things are just so hard to catch until they hit a live build, right? They are. Should have a 308 break action handgun. I gotta be honest, you guys. Since we got this, I'd love to see this start to make its way. Like I don't know. I've never in my life fired such a small version of a 243. This is insane. I would love to see more varieties like this, personally. You know. Okay. Oh, tin. That's it. And a 223. 308 break action handgun. A 284 Norma. 17 HMR. Make place. That would be actually, that's something I've seen a lot of people request that. That would be handy now too, with especially on this map that we're on right now. Right? I'm just gonna let this thing waver a bit. It's just bloody. What about a 155mm howitzer? Well, you know, I don't think that would be very ethical. And, you know, like, seriously, it would sure be handy, but not very ethical. MT, what's up, man? Hey, Timothy Davis, how you doing, sir? Welcome. Hey, Lewis, welcome to the Resilient Hunters. A 450 blowgun and hatchet. I'd like to be able to chop down trees and make fires and cook my meat, but that's not something that I think we'll see here in the Hunter Call of the Wild, unfortunately. It's just too far offline of the mechanics and the vision of the game, but that would be cool. But let's not get off track. We're talking about the guns. I'm trying to get a common theme, right? Because often when I talk to you guys, you know, and I talk to a lot of you on a regular basis, I get, you know, hey, you should add this, and some great suggestions. But look what happened when I asked about the aggression. Right? You guys, that was overwhelming. Literally, I can count on one hand the amount of people that said 2. Less aggression. We want more. You know, that's wild when you get a response like that. An inline muzzleloader. Okay. Now, what about... So, muzzleloaders became new to me. All right? When they came to this game, it's one of the things I've loved about Call of the Wild is I've had the chance to immerse myself in other practices that I just aren't in my world where I hunt IRL. And the muzzleloader changed my world. It is by far one of my most favorite weapons. Even the time it takes to reload. You know, you can make a Sammy for the amount of time it takes to reload. But the beautiful thing is it adds a different layer to the game in hunting where you really have to pick your shot. You're not getting a follow-up. So other versions of like an inline muzzleloader, you know, more of a modern style as well. Pistols, right? Like a cap lock pistol or something. That'd be kind of cool. Smoke pulls, camping and survival. Godzilla hunting. We're going off track. Oh, what's happening? But that would be a fun event, wouldn't it? Could you imagine? April Fools, Godzilla comes stomping through the map. We're getting a little silly here now. Muzzleloader is my go-to. Gator Gun. Oh, it just tears through them. Yes. Long Dart mixes with Call of the Wild. Could you imagine Kilimanjaro? Oh my goodness. That's by far, if not the one of my top favorite survival games. Now, I actually thought, did I not? I guess I haven't. Let's cut over. I've seen pretty much everything there is to see here. Oh, man. Why you got to do that now? Just because you're here, and I've been yapping a lot, remember to shoot things, Beard. Remember to take part in the game. We'll just lay a couple down, and we'll pick these up. I don't need to make money on this account. Did you see it? It's not a lot. It's just over 100K. But we'll take your 725 cash. Not bad. Not bad for just walking out on me like that. Wish that would happen to me IRL. I'd need multiple freezers. 22 with 250, 2508, a 375 H Venom King. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, half-baked eat. 28 Nosler. Yes. Yes. Some really good options here. 500 Magnum. Okay. Reading chat is doing Dictor. I know scrunchy it is, isn't it? I honestly, I wish we could stream every day. Oh, but wait. This week, we're live today. We're back tomorrow for some fishing. And actually, let me just take a moment. Tomorrow's gonna be pretty cool. We don't want to talk about that. That didn't happen. You rewind. Yep. Tomorrow is pretty cool. We have something special happening. We actually have, we've got 3 of our devs coming out to play with us. Like, we're going out for multiplayer gameplay. It's not a formal stream that we did not that long ago where we're gonna sit and do a whole bunch of Q&A. We are gonna obviously talk and they'll offer up some tidbits and hopefully that we can pick some stuff from chat for them and it should be a lot of fun. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna play the game, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then on Thursday, oh, my heart just started to beat a little faster. I'm going back out for the Hunter Classic, and we're gonna go out to Bush Rangers Run and die a whole lot more. If you haven't had a chance to go check it out, it's free. It's our big Halloween event. It's massive this year. It is so cool. Tree Kiwi, my man, one of the last things that he did while he was here was work very close with our crew, with Ringtail in this newly designed event. So show it some love. Check it out, man. It's really cool. It's really cool. We're gonna go and we're gonna find. We're gonna go to the Burrows of Death, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's werewolves. Hello, is Cash watching? He just sat up in his chair right there. There's werewolves. There's freaking roos that are possessed that boar just want to kill you. They run straight at you, and there's oxus that Anyhow, but the rabbits, I haven't seen them yet, and I'm told that they are absolute insanity. So we're going to have some fun with that. So that's 3 days this week. I'm really excited about it. We need a Bigfoot. We do need a Bigfoot. Guys going to be playing New Reserve tomorrow. What do you mean? What New Reserve? If you haven't seen it in the Angler, we had a big content update. I shouldn't say big. So it's big to us in our mind because it was community fed. I can't believe they did this. These are all requests from the community with some improvements the team wanted to put in. But yes, a lot of you have seen when you select your reserve, the big update is yet to come. And you'll hear more about that sooner rather than later. Listen to the sounds. Oh, could we smoke pull this thing? Where are you? Come on. Help me out. Show yourself. Oh, I guess not. Oh, Daryl, well, thank you. You never contacted me. I was starting to think holy man. Yeah, none of our winners last week sent me a message. Thank you for that, and I'll get to it. Once we're done, once the smoke clears from the stream, I typically have a couple things I have to attend real quick, but I will get to you, my friend. We'll get you designed. Just in your message, let me know what platform you want, and let me know if there is something ideal you would like, and I'll check if we have it, because we have a handful of things available right now, and I'd love to just make you happy. So let me know. Head Keeper, what's good, brother? Mel's Gaming, yes. What's up, Mel? Great to see you. One of our newest partners. God, you know, she rose through the ranks. Oh, and now you want to yell at me? See, the whitetail distracted me. And the moose yelled at me. Okay, well, let's move in. Maybe we'll take a whitetail, move over there, out of the smelly range, and maybe we'll get a shot at these if they come back in, because I'm pretty sure I just sent them scrambling. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Mel's Gaming, absolutely great content. She's a great hunter with a lot of real world experience. So it's a real pleasure to see that and to see the combination of that in the virtual space. It's been such a pleasure watching her grow to who she is now. Mel, I'm not trying to embarrass you, but I remember when you first started doing content, before you were even doing any voiceover on it, before you had your voice or anything. Now we just got to get you to get a webcam going in there. And see where you are now. It's truly a pleasure. It really is. It really is. I'm sure Dal had his hands in there too, right? I would hope. Okay, well, nothing great over here, but I think we're going to shoot and then just see what is coming in behind us here with these meese. We are okay on time still. And this is how I like to do my hunts these days. You know, there's lots of ways to play. I see a lot of you folks out there that do what I'm doing right now, that like to go out and just set a time and go for a walkabout. I see folks that are more purpose-minded and are pushing a grind, you know, and what is a grind? I've seen that conversation as well. There's actually some members, because you have to remember, okay, so a lot of these terms come from, you know, game of meta terms, right? But here in Call of the Wild, we have a lot of gamers that are different types of gamers that you'll see in a lot of other games. I think it's one of the things that makes us so special, personally. Let's just drop that little guy. He's not very big, but let's go ahead. I feel like I'm going on a grind here, but I want to smoke pull a hole. Oh! Didn't want to shoot it. Yeah, so lots of different ways to go. And I find that by switching those ways up and switching up my activities, I'm still just as in love with this game as I was years ago. Kind of a dream, getting a job with the game that kind of did it all for you. It was the game that grabbed me, that made me decide to really push and want to be a content creator, which is what brought me here. And I know it's a very similar story with TK. And look where he is now, doing his guide service and meat hunters, and yeah, it's, you know. And I've seen a lot of our creators doing the same thing. And even beyond that, a lot of people in our community I personally met in our online space that didn't have any interest in hunting and showing me their first harvests ever IRL. It's so cool and unique. Okay, let's go ahead. He's just a little guff. We'll just go ahead and grab him. And off we go. So, moose were coming in behind me, so we should move down. Oh my God, I'm gonna go sit in the boat and see what comes in. Let's get our range here. We'll go back to chat. I'm missing things and I have more questions I want to ask. And time has flown. Are you kidding me? 40 minutes? Man. How do you get the color in your scope? MD, man, this is one of the, in my opinion, one of the best quality of life additions, low-key, that our devs have done in this game. They gave us lots of little customization options. Now, granted, that's because a lot of the community was asking for stuff like, oh my God, I thought he just fell into the water. It's not that deep, hey? Okay. You go into your system, and now, like, this is all changed. If hopefully you guys have seen this, like the interface. Now you have actual interface, which is only for the, like, it's so nicely laid out now. But at any rate, you can come into your sights. You can adjust if you want to circle and crosshair, circle, dot. I swap it up. I like to go between the dot and the crosshairs. You can change your sight color, your lens color. And that really, really plays a big role. This is all reflex right here, right? But you can change all this. This is all now like, you can adjust it all, your reticle shape, color, size. I always go down to the reflex, because if you haven't tried the reflex, it's really cool. For the weapons, you can add it on. It's kind of a nice feature. But yeah, that's all in there now. Check it out. Okay, so I want to see what... I didn't mean to do that. I mean, it's not the worst thing to happen. I was too close to the boat. Oh, man. Speaking of quality of life, I know you all know about this now, but that was a pleasure to be a part of. Jeez, getting that stuff in game. I remember Arshak when Mississippi was coming out is when he's one of our devs. Hopefully, I'll be able to get him out here for you guys to be able to meet him. He's just an incredible guy. Really, really down to earth, smart man. Yeah, it was his decision to add them, and it was, it was just a talk with Mississippi being done. Myself and Teslas were saying, "Oh, it's hard to get around." Boom, and it comes, and now we have it here in Revatuli, and we're seeing it pop around. So yeah, kind of cool. Please give me a 2-seater canoe to carry canary. Did I just say canary? To carry like a tent and be able to hunt off. I am First Nation. That's usually how we hunt, as our forests are too dense. A canoe and a tent. Okay, so you can take a tent, a canoe. That would be wow. Ouch, Daddy. See, now that for me would be extremely immersive to be able to try something like that. And that would be a hell of an homage. Yes, absolutely. Dude, I like that. Of course, I will. We always suggest these things to the team. Boats had been a conversation, and it is such a different mechanic and quite a challenging one. I know it's been looked at, so I know there were some limitations. I'm not saying it's not possible, and that it wouldn't be considered, but I can tell you that it has been talked about, and I remember hearing there were some challenges. But, man, when you put it across so humble like that, and what a great idea that sounds like. God, I just kind of want to shoot that thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to... Oh, how you doing? Let me just give you a little something right there. Did it get the lung? That last one again. Well, it looks like we got a single lung. We'll run around and pick that up. Give us some leaks on Africa 2.0 already. Oh man, like I can tell you this, that there, and I've said this before, and it's because you have to remember around the community, there's so many requests for so many things, and the team is trying to make everyone happy. But am I going to get in trouble for this? I have said this already, and I didn't get in trouble. And currently, right now, Africa 2.0 is not in development, and there's reasons for that. Mostly, how would you even follow that? That's, I think personally, that it is a strong consideration. Yes, it is. And it's something that I think that the team would probably weigh in a little better than myself. I've been part of the conversation and seen what's happening. I'm not trying to burst anybody's bubble. I hope that's not ill-received. Just being straight with you. So you're not expecting that as, the next reserve to come out. Not to say that it couldn't be after that. But all I'm saying with the definitive is it's not our next reserve. I just don't want anyone getting their hopes up and being disappointed is all. However, the team has heard everybody in the requests for, some of the big five, if they're, how these things could work. And these things really take time to look at and plan appropriately, especially with something like that. So I know patience isn't, as a gamer, it's not our best virtue, but as a hunter, we're not too bad at it. So please, be patient with us. Bubble bursted. We just always want to be as open with you as we can. It's important that, we don't ever want to send the wrong messages. I think people are going to be happy with what is currently in the works. I do, for many reasons that hopefully we'll be able to discuss very soon. I'd like to say more, but I also too would not want to ruin anything. So let's. Yes, I hear you. Okay, it's going that way. It looked like he ran this way, but I will trust you to take me back exactly the way I was going. Okay. All right. He just because I haven't fed him a cookie, right? You understand this. You don't give him cookies, they get upset. Could still be Aussie though. I mean, anything's possible. Anything is possible. Another American map coming out then? Anything is possible. I can either say, at this point I can't tell you, even if you guess something on the nose. I couldn't tell you. I just couldn't. Jackson, love the beard. How long have you had it? You've had yours 28 years. Well, hey, much respect, brother. Much respect. I made a decision to grow the full beard about 5 years ago. However, previous to that, I've always had a beard. I had a big goatee all my life. I just didn't have the sides. And that was because I had to fold my goatee up to fit inside a mask. I was a steel fabricator for many years. And I was told I wasn't allowed any facial hair. I said, screw that. That ain't happening. And I had to cut it accordingly. So. Are you kidding me right now? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Oh, come on. Let's go, baby. That is awesome. I'm sorry. Did anybody viewing from home see that was an albino when I lined it up? Because I thought it looked darker. And a level 7 albino to boot. I'll take it. I will take it. Oh my goodness. And I got too excited and picked it up. I didn't take any pictures or anything. A taxi it. Right. Oh my God. That just took me completely unawares. Look at that. All he means is a pot of honey. We need to Photoshop a pot of honey in here. We've been talking about it for years. Wow. There we go, my friends. We came looking for moose. Oh, this is so the way. This is what happens to me in Classic. If Avery was watching right now, he'd be laughing. Oh, did I just shake my monitor free of my green screen? This is what happens to me so often in the Hunter Call of the Wild and the Hunter Classic. I go out with my target on something. I want to go find this. And this happens. I know, dog. Sorry. I should have put a disclaimer out there that sometimes I could get a little excited. I hope I didn't hurt anybody's eardrums. My apologies. I do apologize. That was awesome. It's that feeling, that rush right there that has kept me in this game for 5 years. Like I could just go hug our team when something like this happens. That is awesome. I got goosebumps right now. Goosebumps. Wow, that was awesome. Man alive. Look at chat, right? Thank you guys, that was awesome. And Flaherty, my man, thank you, because I may have just went accept. I don't want to hit the accept button. We got 15 minutes left here. I guess I can't just stare at this for 15 minutes. Whee! That's awesome. You clipped that half-baked meat. I apologize if I got a... It's hard not to. Now, for those of you that maybe you're just started playing, maybe you've been playing this for years, if you get that feeling from this game, that's job well done from the team, because it's still like, yeah. 25.17, not a bad score. Not bad at all. Almost in the range of a smaller mythical. 1275 catch, 650 on our session score. You know, it didn't give me the quick kill bonus, but hey, what are you gonna do? The 308 did work. Do work, baby. I gotta hit the accept button. We gotta go shoot a damn moose, man. I don't even know what my lodge looks like on here. Oh, goodness. Hello. Whoa. Oh, well, we're just gonna go ahead. Just because I gotta shoot things now. That's the wrong gun to shoot with, but I didn't bring an option. Let's go pick that up. Oh, half-baked. Thanks, bro. Can we all make a log cabin trophy? Yes, that would be awesome. I think we're due. You know? We really, really are. These are gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Back to back, baby. Oh, I know. I wasn't shooting with the right gun. Oh goodness. Disclaimer, this is not how you hunt these IRL. I wanted to get a look at it. I got hate once for yeah, we won't get into that, but for playing a game and not doing what I should have IRL, and I apologize. I just wanted to go get a look at that because I couldn't believe it. We just had an albino. Here's a molting, which was honestly my favorite skin out of all of our fowl right there. Anyhow, okay. Let's go find a bloody moose, for the love of Pete. It is the unexpected. It is the most pleasurable. Absolutely, my friend. Kilimanjaro, I do have a little bit of red on my neck. I can't shake it. I can't wash it off. I wear it like a badge. It does look too good for being hit with the 243, but I just wanted to go and look at it. And this isn't my main playthrough, which is killing me for that albino. But you know, and when we're on stream live, sometimes it's nice to be able to just show this stuff and let people, you know, have a good look at it and see what we think. Let me quickly go over her, pop that back up. There we go. It's okay, I accidentally shot a turkey at SRP with a 300 mag. It should just go, right? That's what should happen. Okay, as we are running close on time, I got through some of the questions I wanted to ask today. So here's the next question. I'm gonna be straight with you on this, and again, hopefully, I hope I don't ever overstep myself by putting voice to some of these things. But you know, something that I've seen a lot of requests and a lot of conversation on over the years, ever since I've been in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and I've seen a lot of conversation about it at work. I've seen a lot of our team to discuss it, and of course, there's always the concern of, you know, we can only do so much. And we really have to pick and choose what we do, because you're not always going to make people happy. And in fact, sometimes you think you are doing something that people are going to love, and even from all the feedback and responses, then when it comes out, maybe it's not so much the case. So we start asking questions and things that we do want to know about. And this is, to me, this is kind of a big one. Equipment. I don't mean stands. We've got stands, tree stands, tripods, equipment, shooting sticks, brakes. You know, like, are these things, you guys, that you would like to see in the game? And if so, like, could that make up a whole pack? Is that something? Or like, I don't know the direction. Okay, honestly, I'm not saying the team is looking at doing this or looking at doing that, but these are conversations I've heard, and it's nice to get the community feedback. And you guys right now respond. This is the sort of thing that our team would review, right? And I'm very curious. You know, I am. You'd love that in a pack? That'd be great. I'd love shooting sticks. Personally, I think shooting sticks, tripods on maybe even if it's only certain rifles. I'd like trail cams. I think a trail cam that would be, like, let's face it, utterly useless except for the immersion and feeling that part of the hunt. Having to go off right now, I pull out my hunter mate. Oh my God, I've just had movement at my stand. Back over here, it's a great one. You know what I mean? Like, or it's a diamond. Oh, it's just a three moose. You know, but there's so many different things. Silencers. Fixing the hazel grouse color noise. Yes, for sure. But that's a fix. That's an adjustment. Yes. Shooting sticks, optic packs. Okay. Thermals, suppressors, and shooting sticks. A spotting scope. Yes. You know my spotting scope? I will not go for a hunt without it in Classic. But there's a reason for your spotting scope in Classic, right? Like, in Classic, you work on individual skills. How would a spotting scope benefit more than, a different magnification binos, right? Stick for stability and open up for more tense. Quiet the four-wheelers. Driving dogs, trail cam, feeding stations. Yes, that would be cool. Now I know that you also have to remember, right? our team has discussed all of these things. And so it's really cool to get your guys' input. And so when I see certain things come up and I'm like, oh, and I've heard about this and then talk about, so like with the feeding station, how would you make that work, right? I think that would be a concern, how the balance on something like that would be. Trail counts would be nice. Find game near a stand. How about a survival game mode? Blake and Ben, although that would be cool, that would be a complete rewrite of the game. That would be very, very cool, because I'm a huge survival guy. I know not everyone is, but it's my genre of choice. That and MMOs and hunting. I'm so weird. MMOs that have hunting are even better. But anyhow, yeah, I hear you. I'm right there with you. Custom camo clothing and weapon camo wraps. Customization on your gear is where you're at, right? Being able to move things around and such, right? That's something. I mean, I've wanted that for years too, right? Variety on them, because we all kind of have the same stuff, right? I get that. Feeding stations are not ethical, aren't they, Logan? I mean, so first off, I'm not really qualified to speak on that point, because we can't use them here where I live, and I never have, other than dropping a salt lick, putting down the deer boost on the ground, right? Just the feed, stuff like that. A bucket of apples, I've never done that, because that's not ethical here either. But I know there's a lot of places, for instance, hogs. One of my very good friends has a pig feeder, and the hogs, the pigs are absolute menace where he lives, and they can take as many as they can take, and that really helps. So maybe for specific animals. But I hear you. Different hunting vehicles. Look at him trying to get my attention with the flashing lights. It worked. Yes, side-by-sides. A Jeep, like out of the Angler. That would be pretty cool, right? A side-by-side, multiplayer vehicles. A clay range to practice shotgun on would be good. I'm surprised I haven't read more of that since asking you guys that. That's a big ask for me. I would love that. I think that would be great. A nice skeet range, a 3D range somewhere. Laser sights for the bows. New nighttime scopes. I guess we only have the one, right? And there is some hunting that is just better at night. That's a good request. Infrared scope, and there is late, yeah. Maybe something that helps footsteps be quieter. Yeah, like a jetpack. Of course, it's louder than footsteps, but you wouldn't hear your footsteps. More dogs, like a retriever. Pull bears from across the map. It would be easier to pull bears from across the map with a feeder or something. I know, with the pigs, because there's bear feeders and there's pig feeders and such in Classic, and they're a lot of fun. So. Boats, yes. Raymond, I know boats are. There was a time when, like, we go through phases in our community. Everybody's asking for this, everyone asks for this. And then the voices change and everyone asks for this. And at one point, boats were a big thing. And I know that boats were looked at, and it's such a change in the game and how it works. I think it's for where the game is at in its life. I mean, it's 5 years old. That might be a bit of a tall bill to fill. I'm not sure. The nice thing about all this, everything now, I have missed so many, because as I skim here right now while we talk. You wouldn't use a shooting stick, Forrest. Fair enough. I like the shooting stick. From what I've seen, I've actually never used a shooting stick. I've used tripods, but like in African hunts on the Cape buffaloes, I see it used quite a bit on the videos I've watched. Right, but I hear you. Bait traffic predators. So there's so many things that I'm missing, but they're not being missed. This is the beautiful thing. They're now immortalized, and I can direct the team to go back and read over the comments. So now would be a great time to give a little bit of love to all the unsung heroes who you don't get to see, that put so much time and effort into this, and love. Give them a hello in chat there, because they'll be going back and looking at this. You guys are amazing, man. I really appreciate the relationship that we all have in the community. Even before taking the job here, it's the community that really was my driving force. I'm outside the drink time. I am. It's true. It's and to see where it's at, and how the team responds to it. kills me when I'm reading through comments on our socials and I see someone say they don't listen to the community. Like, if you only knew. If you only knew. Oh man, seasonal challenges, seasons, right? I'm surprised nobody said that. That was a big thing for the longest time. Boats, kayaks, canoes, laser sights for the bows. Yeah, ability to cut away tree and brush for hunting lanes. You know what? Wolfbane. So the big thing way back when is we always tried to take our shots in prone, right? And this is what you would find. I remember doing this Flitter and Zangy for hours in spots, man. And we'd be going back and forth and pushing all these bloody things down to give ourselves a shooting lane. And then TK and I did it one stream. And then after the stream, he wrote, you guys might have seen it, he put it on his channel. He did like a farming sim montage. Not farming sim, lawn mowing sim. Literally it was him and it was on a lawnmower because we had done this whole area just to be goose. But yeah, it's a great idea. Lots of really good ones here. I know this has been a little bit different of a stream. It's kind of like running a survey. It gives us an opportunity to talk to the community, to hear your voice, to put that to constructive use. A lot of us, actually, most of us in the company are gamers. Everybody games, and we, for instance, like myself, way too many hours in this game. But you think you see something, and you need that wider lens. And so thank you all for coming out today and making this possible, for hanging out, man, having a good time, for joining me on that crazy freaking albino. Like, why couldn't it have been a diamond, man? Like a super rare. And on that note, super rares have been a big push. Make sure if you get a beautiful super rare, put it in the Discord. Please tag me. If you're not in the Discord for any of our games, come and join us. You can find all things The Hunter, whether it's Classic or Call of the Wild, in our official Discord. We also have an official Discord for the Angler, which at the end of this week has King of the Catch. Some of you might be aware of King of the Kill. It's very similar. It's starting up. It's a weekly competition with some serious bragging rights. It's running. Plus, we just had a big update on there. We're out live tomorrow with the Angler. We're out again on Thursday with the Hunter Classic for the Halloween event. Huge shout out to our mods, giving all their time like you do. Thank you very much, my friends. I couldn't do it without you. I appreciate this. Sway, what's up, brother? Need some Phasmo, dude. Come hang out. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Much love from your bearded brother, and much respect from the team. We'll catch you all very soon. And if you were a winner last week, I have your names written down. You got to message me and give me your YouTube name or Twitch name. We'll get you set up. You forgot to message me. We'll talk to you soon. Peace, my friends. Taking us out with the sounds of the calls of the wild. See you tomorrow for some fishing.